It is January 11th, 2009, Sunday afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern, and we are here with a very special guest. This is Gina, and my co-host today is Kaylee. We're here with a very special guest, Mr. Jackson Rathbone. Everybody give him a huge round of applause in the chat room. Jackson, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, well, thank you very much for having me.
We are so excited. I'll tell you, when we told our fans, and your fans actually, that you were coming, they sent us so many awesome questions. So I don't want to take too long before we get to those because I know that you're on your way to record, which is awesome and amazing. I can't wait to hear what you got going. So I'll just I'll just start out asking real quick. If you want to, just give us a real quick rundown of what your upcoming projects are, because I know you have quite a bit going on right now.
Yes, right now I'm a busy boy. I got to say, kind of running around like a chicken with my head cut off. It's right now I'm getting geared up to do the next book in the Twilight series, New Moon. Waiting to get all the exact info on when that's going to be coming out and when we can start filming it. And after that, I'm going to be working on The Last Airbender, which is based off the animated TV show that Nickelodeon did and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. So that's going to be a blast to do. We're going to be filming in Greenland and in Philly for a while. And then before I go off to do both of those projects, our band 100 Monkeys is in the studio. And actually today is our first studio day. We're going to go into the studio and start recording our full-length album, and which will be coming out sometime in the summer. But we're going to have an EP coming out, Monster Deluxe, pretty soon here in the latter weeks of January. So
amazing.
So pretty
That's
much
awesome.
just not much time to do anything else but sleep and eat.
Well, and we very much appreciate you coming and taking this time to be with us. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure, No worries.
Awesome. All right. Well, like I said, we had so many fan questions, and I want to make sure we can get as many as we can in. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump in with some questions for you, if that's okay.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. Some of our fans submitted questions, and then we've got a few fans that are going to call in with theirs. So these are some that were submitted to us by email. Raquel from Venezuela, so you got fans all over the world. She asked, how was your audition for Twilight, and did you know about the series before you auditioned?
Well, I'll answer the latter question first. I didn't really know too much about the series before the audition process. I heard about it, and once I got news that I was going to be auditioning for it, I went out and I bought the book. I read it in about a day, and it was just fantastic read. It was an amazing story, and I just kind of figured it was a book that they were making into a movie. I didn't really know how big the book was becoming, and it was kind of selling like wildfire. I didn't know that, so. I just kind of went off to the audition like it was any other audition. And funny thing is, it was actually pretty close to where I live, where I had to go audition. So I actually had my car in the shop, so I couldn't drive there. So I had a friend of mine drop me off, and who is my bandmate, Ben Graupner. So he dropped me off at the audition after a band rehearsal, and I had my acoustic guitar with me, so I ended up bringing it up and just kind of playing it in the waiting room. And I think I annoyed all the other actors who were trying to diligently study their lines as I'm just sitting there kind of softly plucking away at the guitar. And then but that, kind of calms me, kind of centers me. So I more often than not will bring my guitar to an audition and annoy the other actors, I suppose, which I don't really mean to do. I think that just kind of comes with playing music in a small environment where there's not necessarily supposed to be live music. It's kind of like a library. I think if you bring a guitar into a library, you're not really a really nice person, but I just have to bring my guitar anywhere I go.
Well, that's cool. It sounds like a game plan for the next audition, huh?
Yes.
All right. That was awesome. Next question. This is from one of your fans, Michaela. Who did you bond with the most when you were working on Twilight? Were there any of the actors or actresses that you really bonded with and maintained your friendship with?
Well, I think we've all kind of, bonded very, very well. We all hang out still in L.A. Just like last week, we had our band had a show, and a lot of the Twilight actors came out to support us. Kellen Lutz has been a huge support of us, and he's just been a great guy. He actually helped train me a little bit out in Portland in the gym. And then Nikki Reed and I have always been, like good friends. We've been working on music up in Portland, and Rob and I and Kristen, and we would all jam together. Like, we had 3 guitars up there, and so we all would play music with one another and make up songs on the fly. And Ashley Green is the sweetest girl, and I couldn't want for anyone else to play my wifey. So she's a big sweetheart and dear friend. So I couldn't really say that there's anyone that we didn't really bond with. I mean, Peter Facinelli actually took me to have my first Indian food whenever we were in Portland as well. So it's been lovely. Just been able to hang out with these incredible actors who are incredible people at the same time.
Cool. That's amazing. I've always thought that it must be really interesting to get together and have to be in really close relationships with people while you're working on a movie. That you really kind of almost have to develop friendships with them because you're working so closely with them for so long.
It's true. But I mean, it's one of those things where it's really nice. It's lovely to be able to have support and make friends in a new environment, and you're all kind of fishes out of water, none of us really knew Portland area very well, and so we would all go out to dinner together, and we would all walk from the hotel to different locations to go eat, and it was a blast. The hardest part is just saying goodbye at the end of a shoot, because everybody goes off and does different projects. That's why it's so great to be doing a trilogy like this, because we'll be able to get together again. Right.
Well, that's awesome. All right, another question for you. Tammy from Niagara Falls, Canada, she wanted to know a little bit about your acting career. She wanted to know how you began your career in acting.
Well, it's funny. I actually started off in the theater in Midland, Texas. My sisters my older sisters were in the theater, and I was having trouble making friends in Texas because we moved around quite a bit, and I ended up moving into